Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? I thought maybe we should start today's episode by getting a jetpack, and in this mod pack, when you want to craft a jetpack, you need an elytra. I am scared of going to the end, but apparently if we come to these structures over here, there are a lot of them scattered around the world, but if we break the spawner on top, somehow if they let me, come on, die, yep, like so, there's an elytra inside, that's it. We're done. Crafting the jetpack using the Ender IO inventory panel is a pain because the items don't really stack. So you have to place down every single item manually, but we are progressing. So far we have the Hardened Jetpack. And yes, there are different paths of getting jetpacks. Of course the best one is going to be the Dark Solarium one, which is really not gonna happen. Because you need a bunch of stuff and some of them require a billion EMC. Oh my goodness. Then there is the Ender IO version, which is great but requires octatic capacitors. It's not really a pain to craft, I'm just not in the mood. So we are going with the thermal expansion route. If I have not done anything wrong, here is the resonant jetpack. Perfect. So obviously we want a bit of protection, so let us get the Indirium armor plating. Well, the armor plating was easy. That's Indirium. Where did you go? And I think we just mixed them. Nice. I can wear it, right? Yeah, I even like the color. Charging up the jetpack at this very moment is going to be a bit of a pain, but now that we have some power, we can make a wireless charger. Later on, I do have to change the draconic energy crystals, so for the moment you go over here and we give you some power and you're charging up. Perfect. Although before we use the jetpack, there is something that we have to do underground. We're looking for some purple creatures, like that one. He blew up. Wasn't the correct purple creature, but don't you worry, they will spawn. Yes, that is what we wanted. Because in order to make the enchanter from Ender IO, you need something called the Altar of Corruption. Until right now, I didn't really know how to make it, but now I know. Here is the Altar of Corruption. Works like an enchanting table, but does not require bookshelves. Interesting. And voila. The enchanter. What I want is some protection, that's it. It's not really gonna count, but we do have decent protection, our jetpack is charged up, and I have made some extra hearts. Oh, and by the way, I did make an ender chest, it's hooked up to our Ender IO network, I made an ender pouch, the place is chunk loaded, so we can send back anything that we want through the system. And yes, when I was playing around with the shuriken, I destroyed a greater crimson portal. It was like last episode and I'm very confused because I got a primordial pearl. It does actually tell you. Okay. Never mind. Let's visit the nether. And the jetpack is just nice. So nice. So I think it was last episode that I saw a nether fortress. Let's see if we can find some skeletons. Bloodtooth. We take it. That's a garbage capacitor. Demon heart we take. So many chests. But that's actually good for the fat. We take it. Are there any wither skeletons? Is the main question. I'm finding decent capacitors. I'm happy. Drop a drop of evil. Thank you. Obviously with a drop of evil we will be able to have a mob farm, but there is one more thing that I really want to try. There is something called a flint and furnace, and that's going to give us the red matter and the dark matter furnace. The problem is that I think you have to find it on the nether roof. Oh, there's no bedrock. That's weird. Do you have any idea how expensive these blocks are? Oh my goodness. Ouch. Oh, these are like spikes. Didn't know that. Well, in any case, that's not what we're looking for. We shall continue the search. Random villagers. Okay. More random villagers. What's inside? Divine Wisp. Oh, and I got a banner. Blood banner. How did you know? To enter the monolith, you should use the Vengeance and Retaliation keys. Okay, but I think that's what we're looking for. It's netherrack. And there are no doors. Just a skull. Okay. Aha! There is a hidden chest. Nether brick. It's actually a funny joke. You find the book and it says nether brick, nether brick, nether brick for almost 30 pages. Literally. But then there is furnace. Well, this is our portal. We have to dig down. But essentially, if you look at the recipe of a red matter or dark matter furnace, you might notice we need something called a furnace heart. So I don't really know if that is something which is possible for today, but let us try. In the quest book, there's also a puzzle. Apparently, we have to find something inside a villager's house. One of the villager houses. Let's go back home and check. Okay, apparently it's not a villager's house. It's a random house, which I will show you. But this is what we're looking for. Portable furnace. It's one of these houses. I remember breaking in one of them and, well, there was a lot of furnaces inside. I thought maybe I should check it out. Oh, a cyclops. Don't eat me. Yes, eat that thing. And he dropped an eye. Lovely. And the skull. As far as I remember, we just need it for a few things. Although, just before we go back home, there's one more thing that I want to try. This is, I think, called Dimensional Doors mod, and, well, let's go in. There was somebody inside. Jerk. So that, I think, is the void. And I'm not a fan of the void, so let's try to cover it. Oops. Lava. Well, don't you worry. I have fire resistance and night vision. Yeah, I don't think in this dimension there was anything of interest. Let's go back home. There is another one here. Let's try this one. Oops. I don't like that. Oh, it's fabric of reality. It's not void. There is a staircase, which is not really that fun when you're wearing a jetpack, which leads to another dimension. Huh. Oh my goodness. You know, all I want is a stupid chest. I'm just saying. Ah, yes. Finally. This is what I'm looking for. World Tread. Weird stuff. We take everything. Let's try to get back. I don't like this place. I am finally back home and I haven't fixed the roof yet, but now we have a jetpack, so that should be okay. Gem of Pure Darkness. What did I find? Anyways, if I'm understanding everything correctly, we need to go to somewhere called the Furnace Dimension. In order to go there, we need the Flint and Furnace. We already found the ever-burning furnace, now we need the ever-burning flint, which is just a flint and a molten emberstone tank. Emberstone is an ore which spawns in the nether and, well, that's it. But 16 buckets of that is a lot. Cause yeah, this is basically an ingot. Well, let me do some mining, I'll be right back. Well, I'll be very honest with you, it wasn't a very rare ore. So that's going to be my ever-burning flint, we mix you, and nothing happens. Okay, so there is a bit of a problem. We're in a creative world, obviously. Apparently, in order to activate the ever-burning furnace, I need a demonically gargantuan drum full of netherite. So is this a thing? Aha, so we're still in the creative world, but the furnace that I cheated in is different from this one. I had to find another structure, but do work. I got the wrong drum, but yeah, now it works. Let's go back to our own world, I guess. Some of you very observant viewers might notice a bit of a problem. I'm screwed. A bit. I need 65 million millibuckets and each ingot gives me 144 millibuckets. So you need like 230,000 ores? If you consider ore dabbling. Although, I could be wrong. I have spent some time in the nether. Let's see how much we will get. Well, I already had 5 buckets inside, so yeah. On a very positive note, I have made myself a scanner. It's not rare. But mining 100,000 ores by hand is just really not gonna happen. However, one of the things that might happen is a builder from RF Tools, and we use a quarry card. It's not a horrifying recipe. We need something called living gold, and apparently you make it by using some pure daisies, which is a very weird mechanic. The drying rack can be easily automated with some conduits. It's just that I don't really know how many of them we need. Well, as it turns out, it's not that much. Although I need some for the coke oven. We do need to have a teeny tiny bit of treated wood. I'm lazy to make a coke oven, so we take it from here. Honestly, as it turns out, the builder was not that bad. Although I would really love to have a matter receiver as well, so that we can teleport back home. This is why I needed the world threads. So voila. A matter receiver. It doesn't really matter, we can put you over here. That was a horrible location. I don't know, for the moment here. We can give it power using our Draconic Evolution Energy Crystal, which I haven't upgraded yet. But we can also have a Charge Porter. And we can upgrade the Charge Porter to the advanced version, and I think we should be able to teleport back home, wherever we are. Lovely. Here is a quarry card, and I think that's it, right? We just need power. Well, for the moment, I brought 2 basic capacitor banks, that's what I could have afforded. But I have also made a filter from RF Tools, and we only want netherite. Blacklist? No. Whitelist. That goes inside the builder, and also the diameter of the quarry is going to be 256 by 128 by 256. Box solid. You go in, and here is a chest. Do we get anything? Is the main question. Oh, you require a lot of power. Okay, but at least we're getting it. Wait, you don't actually need a lot of power. It's just 400 RF. That's not bad. That's actually not that bad. How do you make better Ooh, one gives you 2. Okay. We know what to do. We had 2 basic capacitor banks. I upgraded them into capacitor banks. We had an extra one at our base, which I also upgraded that one. So we have 5 capacitor banks in total to spare. That is exactly 250 million RF that we have to spare, which is great because we're consuming power at a rate of 400 RF per tick. The only slight issue that I have is that the quarry itself is garbage. It's very slow. So what I'm doing is that I'm gathering some dimensional shards so that we would be able to infuse it. I found a weird structure. There should be a spawn. Oh, purple blaze. Okay, and for some reason end rods. And no, this is a Futuro block. It's not the EMI controller. Would have been nice. I have to mark this on the map, because I do need the purple blazes. I have already made an infuser, and yes, infusing bonus, reduced power consumption and increased speed. That's what we want. By infusing the quarry, we are consuming 1400 RF per tick, but it's working super fast. I'm really happy with this one, but don't you worry, I think I have other ideas. We need exactly 451,000 ingots. That's a lot of ores, I know. If we put one ore inside a furnace, we're going to get 1 ingot. In the smeltery, we will get 2. Using rich slag, we're going to get 3. And using blazing pyrotheum, we're gonna get 4 with rich slag, which does have EMC. So we just need to have like 1 rich slag. That's it. Oh, there's like a 5% chance with sand. Okay. Oh, we got it. Okay, we're good. The part of making blazing pyrotheum is not that difficult, because most of the items have EMC except sulfur. Yep, that is blazing pyrotheum. We just need a very special augment, the pyro concentrator. And that's ore quadrupling, I suppose. Is it? Yeah, that is ore quadrupling. I need to do that 100,000 times, so yeah. That sounds very horrifying, but don't you worry, we have a lot of things to do. For example, now that the quarry is working, we might as well try to get some ores. How do we get silk touch? Yes, slime balls. Last episode we did manage to find some end stone, so we can make some end steel. Just one more, come on. That should give me an end steel pickaxe. And here is silk touch. Actually, can you drag and drop? No. Okay, I thought maybe you can drag and drop from the JEI. Well, cobalt and ardite are something that we need. Prosperity shards, any inferium will do. Obviously, dimensional shards, they're always useful. And the one that I'm personally looking for, yeah, draconium. Come on, break, please. These are all the ores that we want the quarry to harvest. Nice. We're getting all the ores. Now that I'm thinking, a fortune quarry would be nicer, but I'm assuming it's going to eat the power. So probably not. Yeah, for now this is fine. Another very small improvement that we can do is that we can make a resonant upgrade kit. And I think as a reward we're going to get an extra one. Yep, this is way better. It's the conversion kit. So you go there. And we shall have another induction smelter with the conversion kit. I still need to progress and I really want to upgrade the energy crystals. So let's get more crystalline ingots. Netherite is going to take a tremendous amount of time, but in the meantime, we have to work on a mob farm. It's nothing super fancy, it's a 7x7, we do have a mob crusher with some upgrades. Here is the drop of evil, and we close it. Oh, and yeah, power. It has been a while later and I have tweaked the quarry. We're only getting netherite and draconium because we were getting a crazy amount of ores and I cannot handle them at this very moment, but we also have a decent supply of netherite. I have already processed a decent amount as well, so let's see how much we have. That is plus 100 blocks. And so far we have 420,000 buckets. That's not much. It's not even 1%, so I don't really know what to do. There is a way using mystical agriculture, but I think that's going to be slower. Well, we will see, but in the meantime, I have also set up our mob farms. And yes, I did mention mob farms. One of them is over here. It's a 7x7, and these are the drawers for it. The other one, I'm not really going to go in and show you, but it's basically down there at Y level 5. And the reason for that is we want the corrupted shards. Is that a whale? I wanted that. Okay. For the rune of water. I am back from a very small session of exploration and we have a rift. It's from dimensional doors and you can remove it using a rift remover. You kind of have to remove it. I think it breaks blocks. Is it going away? Yes. The rift is already closing. Oh, it made a mess. Okay, it has been a few hours later, it's actually the next day for me and I have been working around the base. Well, I decided to make a very small structure for our mob farm. Inside we do have a very fancy elevator, which brings us to the drawers. And you know, if we hold sneak, we can go down. That's an arcane levitator. Where do we stand on netherite? Good question. I have improved our production rates. By a lot. First, let us see how many buckets we have. That's a few thousand ingots, that's 266 blocks. So far. I think the smelter is full, but we have almost 2 million millibuckets. That's not bad. I think the smelter is too small. We need to make it bigger. That is 2.8 thousand buckets. It sounds very horrifying, I know, it's like 4% of what we need, but that is because I have just recently started upgrading our production. Let me show you. So in the nether, instead of having one quarry, we have 4. All of them are outputting into an ender chest, we have a set of 10 magmatic dynamos, and since the power is not really keeping up, we're going with some capacitor banks. This will last for hours and hours and hours. So the production is going to be way faster. The only problem that I have at this very moment is that I don't have sulfur. And that brings us to another bit. I need a third mob farm in the nether. Just so if I was not clear, I need the sulfur in order to make pyrotium so that I can process the netherite. I am assuming that some of the mobs in the nether are going to drop sulfur, and I do need some drops from the nether mobs. So this is really not going to be a fancy mob farm. That's basically it. Another thing is that I have realized if you use the resonant upgrade kit in this mod pack, see what happens. Instead of getting 4 augments, you get 9. So these dynamos in the nether can go super crazy. I'm out of augments. It's fine. We're actually gaining power. So let us see what kind of garbage are we getting. Oh, that is a lot of garbage. So far so good. Are we getting any purple blazes? I hear something burning. Oops, who's burning my cursed earth? Is it you? I think it's a mob from Bewitchment. I set the mob griefing to false, and we seem to be fine. There is a mob from Advent of Ascension, and when he dies, there's just fire everywhere. There are also Meatballcraft mobs, but they don't actually spawn fire, it's just a mimic. Don't know what that means. It's fire, but it's not fire? I don't know. But let us try to filter the loot. Well, for now, that is all the loot that we're getting. We're also in an enchanted forest, so yeah, we do get some V crystals, which is great. We have to import it into our system, but that's basically it. I do understand that some of them have EMC, but it's for symmetry purposes. Also, our mob farms at this very moment are not great. If we get some looting upgrade, they're going to be amazing. There is a fortune add-on from Industrial Foregoing, and well, it does require pink slime. And since this is 1.12, I think we should be able to cheat with that, a teeny tiny bit. Meaning that we just need to have the 1. That's it. Let's take a capacitor bank and, well, kill some shoggoths. That should give me pink slime, yes. There is still biomass left. Come on, spawn. Thank you. Oh, the statue was here. And it's decorative. Okay, we take it. For decorations. We're almost there. We just need 1 bucket. Actually, now that I'm thinking, if he doesn't drop it, I need 1 more bucket. Right? Come on. Spawn. I think he spawned? Ah, hello. And he dropped it. Perfect. This is going to be probably the only use of compacting drawers in our world. Believe if we put you inside, yeah, that's not gonna work. They thought of that. Because normally with pink slime, you can craft a slime block, which, yeah, it's disabled in this version. Well, at least in this mod pack. Okay, it's fine. It's easy to get more. Actually, I think it's easier just to take the pink slime, mix it with iron, and get the pink slime ingot. You know, rather than killing the actual mob. Well, first off, you do need to have 1 pink slime in order to make the fluid sieving machine. And secondly, I was under the impression that once you want to make some pink slime ingots, you just need 300 millibuckets. I made 1 ingot and that cost like 2 buckets. But it's fine. We have a decent supply of pink slime that should work. We just need 3 pieces. Well, later on, I guess we're going to need millions. So, here is our fortune add-on. And if I'm not wrong, you actually need to put fortune on it. That's not fortune. Was it emeralds? Oh yeah, fortune 3. Well, I'm out of experience, but thankfully we have a mob farm. We have the looting upgrade. Let's see if it makes any difference. Do we notice a difference? Oh yeah, that is perfect. Magic repair dust. What? Oh, you need it for the repair talisman, but... oh my goodness, yellow matter. Okay, yeah, I have to reconfigure some of the drawers. Would you look at that? Somebody drops netherite ingots. Ah, it's you. I hated you anyways. Wait a minute, you dropped 40. There's a 2.5% chance. Well, you're the guy. Come on. Yep. If it's not really obvious, you're not supposed to go to the furnace dimension at this stage of the game, because the amount of grind that you have to do is basically stupid. But you know me, I'm Lush. I do stupid things. I kind of have to. I have also just been checking, in order to make a spawner from Ender.io, what we need to do is to kill a Hydra. So at this very moment, if we want to spawn a mob, we have to go with Industrial Foregoing. Yeah, it does drop a lot of netherite. Oh, I do have a mob duplicator with some upgrades, we just need to remove the torches. And if nothing goes wrong, yeah, we're getting netherite. Perfect. It's just that we don't have a drawer for it. The quest for going to the furnace dimension at least had a positive point. I'm working on the base. But one of the things that I have noticed is that even though we have like 3 mob farms, the essence was not enough. Because we need to summon a mob and for some reason he consumes a lot of essence. So I do have an ender chest over here, which is taking in the solidified XP. That solidified XP goes inside a magma crucible and we're converting it into essence of knowledge. Then using a fluid dictionary converter, I'm converting it into essence and well, we can spawn the mobs much faster. Also, the quarries have been extremely busy. So I think we're at a point where we should automate the input of netherite into the smeltery. A bit. I can no longer carry everything manually, so we will have another ender chest, like so, with some upgrades obviously, and you just straight go to the smeltery controller. Yeah, this is much better. Semi-automatic. I do have a feeling we're good. It should be finished in no time. Well, not finished in no time, it's still a lot of ingots that have to be processed. Can I get a resonance servo? Yes, we can. I needed to pump in the fluid faster. Okay, at least now it's constant. Can't really complain. Okay, so hi. I just lagged the game like crazy. I didn't know the smelter is this laggy. Look, so we're at 9 milliseconds, microseconds, whatever it is. Now we're at 24, and now we're at 49. And voila, we're lagging. The smeltery should not have that many updates. That's the main point. So from time to time, I will just fill it in manually. That's it. But we are doing very fine. We have 8.7 thousand buckets. And rising. However, this episode has already taken a crazy amount of time and I'm filthy rich on resources. The quarries in the nether are not even mining for draconium or any other ores, it's just netherite. That is because we had like 10,000 draconium, which is a lot, so we can make 1 stack of draconic cores. And basically what I'm going to try and do is that I'm going to try and upgrade the dynamos, the energy crystals, and make this place a bit more tidy. From now on, I'm not gonna mention that it has been a while later, just assume that it has been a while later. Cause yeah, it's always a bit of time later. I was doing some research in Thaumcraft. Sorry, but I have done some organization to our power situation and you might notice we're not actually consuming that much power. We do have a trap door and here are the energy crystals. They're purple and they're wyvern. And I missed a few blocks. Also from time to time I come over here, I make a few blocks of netherite like so, which is relatively fast, it's not that bad. That's a lot of blocks. I know. And then I just put them inside the smeltery. That's it. And yes, I also had to improve the extraction rate of the smeltery, but as a result we have almost 24,000 buckets of netherite. That's quite a bit. We can have more blocks, don't you worry. However, considering the fact that we have mob farms, we have flight, and we have a lot of gizmos, I thought maybe we should try and advance in Botania. One of the things that we needed in order to make, I think, the Rune of Earth was crystallized obsidian. So there you go. Oh, and by the way, for the first time, I'm using a mana splitter. It's not something super complicated. The mana spreader has to point towards the mana splitter and it will split the mana between mana pools. Well, if you put it on top, you can use all 4 sides. But obviously, I kind of messed it up. It's fine. For the Rune of Water, we need whale fins and we need crab claws, which I already got. But we only have 2. Some pufferfish, which is not very standard, and some mana stuff. I think for the first time we can make some useful runes. That's good. Also, it's incredibly fast. Don't know why. But yeah, we have the Rune of Water. I got myself the Sojourner Sash, I got myself the Pyroclast Pendant, gives you fire resistance, and I made myself a few rods, including the Rod of the Shifting Crust. I'm so happy. However, I have been thinking, now that we have a decent supply of mana, can we fight the Guardian of Gaia? Yes, it is very true, I don't have any Wither Skeleton Skulls, and I don't have any Nether Stars. But for some reason we're actually getting Nether Star Essence. I think it's a boss who drops it. Anywho, here is our terrestrial agglomeration plate, a stupid altar, and some sparks. Can we have like 2 terra still? Is it possible? Okay, the recipe has not been changed. Lovely. And lovelier. I think I can upgrade my band. Yeah, much better. And this is what I have been talking about. Nether Star Essence. And for some reason it actually works. So you give me a Nether Star for nothing? That's weird. And if I do manage to find a few pieces of loot, we can also get ourselves the Witherless Rose. Most of the damage done by the Guardian of Gaia is just wither damage, so if we get the Witherless Rose, we're fine. Unless he has like 4 million health, then there's nothing I can do. Alchemy Catalyst. I didn't want coarse dirt. I want roses. Come on. Which one is it? Yep. We have it. Also, this part I don't really understand. I have not killed any slimes, but we were given a few slime pearls. So I don't know, maybe this was just a quest reward or something. But we have exactly enough in order to make one witherless rose. And obviously the beacon. Oh, it's a research aid. Didn't know that. We have our elven portal. I'm actually very scared to do anything in this mod pack, because I wanted to go to the furnace dimension and it has been 2 days later. I'm still here. But let's do our trades. This seems to be a very nice location to die. It's near our base. And I think we can activate the beacon, right? Speed? Why not? Also, there is a tooltip for the Gaia pylon. Place on top of mana steel blocks. That's gonna be a lot of mana steel. Again, I'm a bit scared, but I guess at this point in the game, what can go wrong? Let's see how it goes. That didn't work. It does work. I do have enchanted golden apples. I hope that helps. Well, we don't get withered, that's a good thing. Oh, and by the way, I did make the crystallized obsidian leggings. And the helmet. And I didn't really know this, but apparently in this mod pack you can combine protection 4 books and get a protection 5. So all of these things are protection 5. I really didn't have anything to do, so I just experimented. But yeah, this went really fine. We got the spirits. Lovely. I can do this again. The first guy went well. Let's see if we can handle the second one. Can we hit him? Oh yeah, we can use the shuriken. That's nice. It's kind of cheating. But yeah, this is way easier. Although I just wanted to mention that I have killed a few wither skeletons and there are no skulls. What the hell? What is this? I don't know what the hell this is. But I can't do anything. Oh, it's a blessing. It's a garbage blessing. I have blessing on my armor, so yeah. It does that sometimes. What did we get? Greater Gaia spirits. So do we still get the normal spirits? Oh yeah, we do. Okay, we're good. So what do we get? Ring of Thor. Ladies and gentlemen, I have fought the Guardian of Gaia 6 times. And as a result, we have the Ring of Odin. Also, I have been bored a teeny tiny bit, so I made all the single matters that I could. And also the client stars. And so far we have almost 41,000 buckets of netherite. I'm actually not going to do anything else. I'm just gonna AFK during the night. Because I think if I continue to do everything, then we'll be done with like half the mod pack. That's not good for an episode. I'm joking, obviously. We won't be even done with like 0.1% of this mod pack. Recipes are crazy. Anyways, see you tomorrow. Good morning. No, it's not the next day. It's 2 days later, and I do have some explanation to do. First off, our drum is full. When you have been watching the last episode of All the Mods to the Sky, I was already almost done with the second episode of Meatballcraft. And today is August the 7th, the same day that you're going to watch today's episode. So during this entire time, I have been AFK for so long that trees have started to disappear. And not just the one. Our quarries have gone through maybe almost 5,000 chunks in the nether. These are 512 by 512, so yeah. A lot, and it's 4 of them. And also, I have been working on the next episode and it's almost done. So yes, there could be some continuity issues, including my boots. And also the fact that I have to drink the flask of sane thoughts. Not that I'm insane, I'm just saying. All I'm trying to say is that don't do this at this stage of the game, it's stupid. But what I'm doing is that I'm making videos and it doesn't really make sense to say, hey, I got the portable furnace, wait 5 episodes until I get a drum. But yeah, now if we combine the drum with the furnace, we get the other furnace. And then we combine them both in order to get the flint and furnace. Apparently the way that you would go to the furnace dimension is that you need a block of cobblestone surrounded by 4 coal blocks. And if I have my, advanced porter, we should be able to teleport. Yep, we have, oops. I clicked twice. Oh, this is the furnace dimension. Lovely. Let's fly. So over in the furnace dimension, obviously there are a lot of furnaces, but we're looking for a very special structure. I think we're looking for a cube with some buttons. Aha. That's what we're looking for. And there is a button. We just run away. We just wait for the blindness to go away. They blind you all the time. This one has 3000 health. That should be the most important one. He's gonna drop the heart of the furnace. Oh boy. This takes a long time. Okay. That's what we want. The heart. We don't care about anyone anymore. And the heart has EMC. Perfect. I guess let us go home. And now that we are back, here is the dark matter furnace and the red matter furnace. We learned this one. Another thing is that I have been making some client stars and we have an extra transmutation table. We can charge it up, right? Yeah. Now the client star has some power. And well, we can use coal, but we can also use a client star in order to power the red matter furnace. So what I think is that this also does ore dabbling. Yeah. Lovely. It's not really worth it, I know. Anything dabbling? No, just ore dabbling. It's fine. I just wanted the furnace. And before I spoil anything else, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.